Here's I call it an angel wing, or it could be a dragon wing begonia. And this is wintered over from last year, and everything's just starting to spring to life right now in May. So it's doing really well. In the last 2-3 weeks, it's had a few inches more of growth. So we're starting to come alive again, but it has non-stop flowered all winter. And then I have another basket that survived our winter. And I basically just left it here. And then on cold nights, I just tucked it underneath this tree here, which is a fishtail fern tree. And this impatient here, it's like a sun patient or a New Guinea impatient. I'm not exactly quite sure which one it is, but this is the one that overwintered for me. And it's shot up within the last few days. We had some rain, and so it's put on 3-4 inches of growth as well. In this pot I have some lilies, and they're forming their buds right now, which is pretty exciting. And then the purple chase tree has lots of blooms on it too, and they're about to flower, or buds, and they're about to flower. And my backyard rose bush is about to flower as well. And I have, oh, here's some in bloom actually, the purple chased, right here. It's doing really well this year. I have lots of flowers all over it. And then my guava tree is flowering as well. We have lots of flowers, buds on there, right here. And unfortunately, all the peaches that were on my tree last month, they didn't even ripen, and somebody ate them all. So I don't know exactly which creature did, but they gobbled them, every one off my peach tree. And I'll show you down the little alleyway. Here's a flower pot I recently did. Refresh some of the flowers in it. And then behind the pool, here's another flower pot I redid this winter. Behind the pool I have a morning glory tree that has some flowers on it and lots of buds right here. It's late afternoon, it's about to rain, so they looks like they've closed for the night. But we've got quite a bit. This grows really easy, really fast, and it flowers quite often. So that's a really good plant. And very rarely do I need it needs any care. That's the morning glory tree. And then I have an angel's trumpet tree that's in bloom right now. And I want to video it before the rain breaks some of those flowers on me, if we're going to get a big thunderstorm. And you can see it's taller than my screen room here on the pool patio. And I've had on and off flowers from my Barbosa cherry tree. This kind of weeping bright green leaves is Barbosa cherry. And it's been flowering on and off. And I haven't seen it set fruit yet. So I'm looking for some fruit. I've had it about 2 years. And it's in this little jungle mess here. I have 2 of them planted. I'm using it to screen the neighbors' trailers and campers. They park next to my pool. And this is it weeping. I'm going to cut it back a little bit so it fills in a little bit more. Here is the Barbosa cherry flower right there. They're pretty small. So I'm hoping it sets some fruit. And if it does, I'll net it. I'll net the fruit so my little friends don't eat it. And we have lots of squirrels living in this yard. And there's my angel's trumpet. Which is doing really well. And these are pretty toxic and poisonous. Look how big that is. Pretty spectacular. They're just huge. The name is quite fitting. And these require very little care from me. They're planted in a raised up area, about 6 inches above the ground. I'm going to cut back this long stem after it flowers. See if I can root a hunk of it. Usually I have luck just chomping off a piece and sticking it in the ground. When it's our rainy season, things root quickly because of the high humidity and then all the rain. then I see my first bloom from the Magnolia tree right here. That's one of my first real southern flowers. Here's some buds of the magnolia. And then I got that one that started to bloom over here and flower. The first flowers over here. And there she is, the first flower of the magnolia tree. And that's one of my first loves, flower loves of Florida. When I first moved down here, my mom had a huge tree at the end of her driveway, and I was so surprised at how big the flowers were and how great they smelled. You could put one in the house and it would smell up the whole house. They're amazing. Looks like there's a bee on there. And next to my magnolia tree is the papaya, and it is setting its first fruit of the season. Right here. There's a flower, but then right above it in the middle is a little fruit that's setting. So hopefully I'll get a papaya out of that one. Here's my jasmine. It's not doing too well, the plant. I think it's because it's in a pot that's too small. But I have the first flowers of the season on this as well. And all over town, everybody's jasmine's in full bloom, which is really a great smell. This is the lavender. cannas are really quite large. I think the blooms on them are really enjoying the liquid fertilizer that I've been using. But I haven't quite seen canna blooms this big before. So they're doing really well.